When did I get to watch someone walk in the exact shoes they once forced me to wear? My dad kicked me out at 17 for being gay. He called it a choice, said I was choosing sin over family, told me real men don't cry. Then he threw my backpack onto the lawn and told me not to come back until I'd fixed myself. For 3 months, my 2003 Honda Civic became my home. The backseat folded just enough for me to stretch out, though my legs always cramped by morning. I showered at Planet Fitness thanks to a $10 membership. I studied in McDonald's parking lots. Mrs. Chenmi guidance counselor was the only adult who didn't look away. She let me use her office address for college applications, slipped granola bars into my bag, told me I was going to make it. "You're not broken," she said once. "You're just early." I called Dad on my 18th birthday. I just wanted to hear him say anything kind. He blocked my number. Mom would sneak me wrinkled $20 bills at the grocery store. "I'm so sorry, baby," she'd whisper while looking over her shoulder like she was committing a crime. She always cried, but she never told him no. The worst part wasn't the cold or hunger or wearing the same 3 shirts. It was watching other kids get picked up after practice, laughing with parents who wanted them, seeing bedrooms with desks and warmth, knowing I was doing algebra in the backseat of a Civic that smelled like gym socks and fast food wrappers. On prom night, I sat in that car and counted quarters for gas while couples headed off to after parties and hotel rooms. Somehow I got into state with a full ride. I worked 3 jobs: dishwasher at the diner, Target shelf stocker, and tutoring rich kids in calculus for $20 an hour. I lived on instant noodles, studied from secondhand textbooks, and treated spring break like myth. Just me, grinding 1 week at a time. I graduated with a 3.97 GPA in computer science. Landed a job at a startup in Austin making $85K more than my dad ever did welding at the plant. 2 years later, the startup got bought by Google for $400 million. I suddenly made more money than my entire hometown combined. In 2019, I moved to San Francisco. Met Jake at a coffee shop on a rainy Sunday morning. He was reading Baldwin. We talked for 4 hours about books, music, and cities we wanted to visit. Not once did we mention pain, but it was there, silently understood. Our first real date was at this cozy Italian place. He told me about his parents in Ohio who hadn't spoken to him in 6 years. I told him about sleeping in parking lots. We cried over tiramisu, realizing we had finally found someone who didn't flinch at the truth. 10 years later, Jake's a pediatric nurse at UCSF. I'm a principal engineer at Meta. We've got a golden retriever named Biscuit who eats better than we did in college. We grow tomatoes in our backyard. Our neighbors bring over cookies and ask about our lives without judgment. The week before, Jake proposed to me on the beach. Sunset, fog rolling in, sand cold under our toes. I said yes before he finished the question. The ring was still new on his hand when I got the call. Mom, I nearly ignored it. We only talked a couple times a year, awkward small talk with giant silences, but something made me answer. "Baby," she said, voice ragged. "Your father, he came out last night, said he's been hiding it his whole life, that he's been seeing Pastor David for the past 2 years." I froze. Jake looked up from the stove, concern on his face. I mouthed, "My mom," she continued, voice cracking. "Someone saw them at Olive Garden, took pictures, posted it on the church's Facebook page, called them monsters, said horrible things." Now she was sobbing. "The church fired David, banned your father. The guys at work are calling him disgusting. His bowling league kicked him out. He's sleeping in his truck now, at the McDonald's on Highway 9. My heart stuttered. The same parking lot where I once studied for finals, where I sat wondering if I'd ever be more than someone his father threw away. "He wants to call you," she whispered. "He says he understands now. Says he's sorry. He's crying, baby. He's begging." I looked around our kitchen marble countertops, centerpieces circled in our wedding binder, Jake's textbooks stacked next to the fruit bowl, the life we built from dust and duct tape, and now the man who left me in the cold wanted warmth. "Tell him real men don't cry," I said, and I hung up.